Do you know that drinking water at the wrong time might be the hidden reason you keep waking up at 2 or 3 a.m., even when your bladder doesn't feel full? It sounds like such a small habit, but for many seniors, especially those living with type 2 diabetes, this quiet mistake has slowly stolen their peaceful nights. You lie down after a long day, hoping for rest, but just when the body begins to settle, the urge returns again and again. The mind is weary, the legs feel heavy, and by morning, even a hot cup of tea can't shake off the fog. But here's the good news. You don't have to keep living like this. In today's video, I'll show you how to drink water the right way, at the right times, and in the right amounts, based on insights from leading urologists and senior health experts, so you can finally sleep through the night again. If you're new here, I'm thrilled to welcome you to Healthy Aging with Nutrition. Tap like and subscribe so you never miss a tip designed for senior health care and healing. Now, let's begin with the first simple hydration secret that can change your night and your morning.
Hydration strategy number 1, the morning reset. Let's start with something surprisingly simple but powerful. Drink your first full glass of water within 30 minutes of waking up. I call this the morning reset. And it's one of the easiest ways to help your bladder, your kidneys, and even your blood sugar stay balanced as the day begins. During the night, your body becomes slightly dehydrated. Your kidneys work hard to filter waste, while your bladder collects fluid. If you wait too long to hydrate in the morning, your system stays in that low fluid mode, and that can lead to urine retention, concentrated pee, and yes, more nighttime urination the following night. But when you give your body 250 to 300 milliliters of water first thing in the morning, you're telling your kidneys, it's a new day, time to flush and reset. Mayo Clinic experts explain that early hydration helps reduce inflammation and improves blood flow to the bladder and kidneys, making them more efficient during the day and less active at night. Now, this is especially important if you're living with type 2 diabetes. Let me tell you about Mr. Harold, a 70-year-old retired postman in my community. He was constantly waking up 3 or 4 times a night to pee, even when he didn't drink anything late. He blamed his prostate and age, but after talking with his urologist, he learned his real problem was timing his fluids all wrong. By simply starting each day with a glass of water before breakfast and gradually drinking more during the morning instead of the evening, he went from 3 nighttime trips down to 1, sometimes even 0. And the surprising part, his morning blood sugar readings also got better. That's because staying hydrated early in the day helps the body respond better to insulin and prevents those silent overnight glucose spikes that often pull excess water into the bladder. A 2022 study in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that timed hydration reduced nocturia symptoms by nearly 50%, especially in older adults with diabetes or kidney concerns. But drinking water in the morning is only half the story. What you do after dinner could be quietly undoing all your efforts, especially if you're still sipping a certain harmless drink.
Hydration strategy number 2, the golden hour cutoff rule. If your last glass of water, or even a light herbal tea, comes too close to bedtime, your bladder doesn't have time to fully empty before you sleep. And that means it's only a matter of hours before you're awake again, making the long walk to the bathroom. That's why doctors recommend what I call the golden hour cutoff rule. Stop all major fluid intake about 90 minutes before bed. This gives your body time to process what's already in your system and reduces the chance of your bladder filling up during deep sleep. Many seniors think sipping on warm water or harmless teas like chamomile or fennel at 8:30 or 9 p.m. is safe, but these liquids still stimulate the bladder, especially in older adults whose kidney and bladder functions are more sensitive in the evening. According to the National Institute on Aging, older adults naturally produce less antidiuretic hormone, ADH, at night, meaning their kidneys don't hold back as much water, so even small amounts of fluid in the evening can lead to frequent urination at night. And there's one more common mistake, the just-in-case sip. You know the one. Right before bed, you think, I'll just take a small sip so I won't wake up thirsty. But that little sip can actually trigger your bladder into thinking it's time to work again, interrupting your deep sleep cycle. Instead of drinking at bedtime, try calming your body in other ways. Gentle breathing, a warm compress, soft background music. Let the body rest without giving the bladder extra work. A 2019 study published in Neurourology and Urodynamics found that seniors who followed a fluid cutoff 90 minutes before bed saw a 37% reduction in nighttime awakenings within just 10 days. Have you ever noticed that drinking too close to bedtime affects your sleep? Or do you have your own cutoff rule that works? Share your experience in the comments. I'd love to learn what's helped you. And while cutting off fluids in the evening is a smart move, what's even more powerful is how you spread out your water during the day. That's what we'll explore next.
Hydration strategy number 3, the 40-40-20 rule. Even if you stop drinking at the right time, your bladder might still wake you up if you're drinking most of your water at the wrong part of the day. That's where the 40-40-20 rule comes in. It's simple. 40% of your daily fluids in the morning, 40% in the early afternoon, and only 20% in the evening. This strategy gives your body enough time to use, process, and release fluids long before bedtime, keeping your bladder calm and your sleep uninterrupted. Experts from the National Institute on Aging emphasize that spacing out water intake supports kidney rhythm and reduces fluid pooling in the legs, which is a common cause of late-night urination in older adults. Here's what happens when you drink too much in the evening. Your legs may retain fluid during the day, especially if you sit for long periods. Then, when you lie down to sleep, that fluid moves back up into circulation and straight to the bladder. You hydrate well in the morning, continue through lunch, and taper off gently. Your body has time to release what it doesn't need, and by bedtime, your system is truly winding down. Let me share the story of Ms. Linda, a 68-year-old retired accountant with prediabetes. She was drinking nearly half of her daily fluids after 5 p.m. without realizing it. Her doctor suggested using the 40-40-20 method and shifting her big water bottle routine to the morning instead. Within 3 weeks, not only did her nighttime trips to the bathroom drop by half, but her morning fasting glucose numbers also improved. She felt lighter, slept longer, and no longer dreaded bedtime. A 2021 study in the Journal of Gerontology found that distributing water intake evenly across the day, especially before 6 p.m., helped reduce nighttime urination and improved overall sleep quality in adults over 60. A lot of people don't realize just how much they're drinking in the evening until sleep starts getting interrupted. If you found a way to space out your water that works for you, share it below. Your tip might help someone else tonight. Up next,
I'll share a few bonus tips to support your bladder and sleep even more. Simple habits you can start tonight without changing your whole routine.
Simple habits to calm your bladder before bed. Before we wrap up, here are a few extra habits that can gently support your bladder and your sleep without needing to change your entire lifestyle. Try walking in the morning. Even a short 10-minute stroll after breakfast helps the body move excess fluid from the lower legs. Why does this matter? As we age, fluid tends to collect in the legs throughout the day, especially if we sit a lot. Then at night, when we lie down, gravity shifts that fluid upward and straight to the bladder. A little morning movement helps flush that fluid earlier, so your bladder stays calmer later. Be mindful of your sleeping position. According to sleep specialists, sleeping on your left side can reduce pressure on the bladder and improve kidney drainage. Combine that with loose, breathable sleepwear and a slightly cool room, and your body naturally settles into deeper rest. If you feel the urge at night, pause and breathe. Unless it's urgent, try not to jump out of bed the moment you feel something. Practice a few rounds of slow, deep breathing. This gently retrains the bladder to know when something is truly urgent and when it's just a whisper.
For many individuals over 60, waking up at 2 or 3 a.m. has become an all too familiar pattern, accompanied by fatigue, disrupted rest, and a lingering sense of frustration. However, this experience does not have to be permanent. By adjusting not the volume but the timing of water intake, it is possible to significantly reduce nighttime urination and restore a more natural, uninterrupted sleep rhythm. Throughout this video, we have explored 3 core strategies: initiating hydration early in the day, gradually tapering fluid intake before bedtime, and distributing total water intake in a balanced manner. Each approach is designed to align with the body's circadian rhythms and support both bladder function and metabolic stability. In addition, small behavioral adjustments such as light morning activity, proper sleeping posture, and mindful breathing before bed can further reinforce these improvements by calming the nervous system and easing bladder pressure. It is not necessary to apply every change at once. Instead, beginning with one small, consistent habit can lay the foundation for meaningful progress. If today's video gave you something helpful, please give it a like and tap subscribe so you don't miss the next tip. And if you're going to try one of these strategies tonight, let me know in the comments. I'll be cheering you on.